that artificial intelligence is more dangerous than nuclear weapons.
I said potentially.
And well, it goes on. It goes on. And
it does go on.
You say that it's like summoning the demon.
Could be.
How do you consolidate, rationalize that conflict between artificial intelligence, of course, deep learning that obviously is going to be very important to self-driving cars? How do you think through that?
Well, I don't think we have to worry about autonomous cars because that's sort of like a narrow form of AI. And instantly, not something that I think is very difficult, actually. I think to do autonomous driving to a degree that's much safer than a person is much easier than people think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think it's going to just become normal. Like it'll be like an elevator. Like they used to have elevator operators, and then we developed some simple circuitry to have elevators just automatically come to the floor that you're at, and you can just press the button. Nobody needs to operate the elevator. The car is just going to be like that.
And the elevators these days are even smart. I mean, it knows where to position an elevator, so that if you were to need an elevator, it's pretty close to you. Cars in the future will be pretty smart about that too.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell your car, like, take me home, go here, go there, anything, and it'll just do it.
Now you guys,
at an order of magnitude safer than a person. And in fact, in the distant future, I think it's probably going to be people may outlaw driving cars because it's too dangerous. Like you can't have a person driving a 2-ton death machine.
Now, if we have the right type of intelligence in a car, we also don't have to make the cars that heavy. I would think. Cars are getting heavier and heavier, and it's got more and more stuff in it because it needs to survive all these incredible collisions and things like that. I wonder if we were to design cars that just simply don't collide as much. I wonder if we could relax on some of those laws and make cars more fuel efficient and lighter and better to drive.
You could definitely do that. If you could count on not having an accident, then you can get rid of a huge amount of the crash structure and the airbags. We're a long way from that because there's always going to be for a very long time there'll be some amount of legacy cars on the road. And I think it is important to just appreciate the size of the automotive industrial base. Like, it's not as though like when somebody makes an autonomous car that suddenly all the cars will be autonomous. It's like there's 2 billion of them. Okay, so the total number of cars and trucks on the road is 2 billion and climbing. The capacity of car and truck production is about 100 million a year. So if tomorrow all cars were autonomous, it would take 20 years to replace the fleet, assuming the fleet stayed the same size. Arguably, it could get smaller if things are autonomous. But still, it's still maybe 15 years or something, and it's not all going to transition immediately. It'll take quite a while. So and it's the same for electrification of cars. Changing that industrial base to be electric. I mean, if all cars were suddenly, if all cars produced were electric tomorrow, it would still take 20 years to replace the fleet. And right now it's less than 1%. So
now